Nano Banana Pro is absolutely insane. Image generation has come such a long way, and I've never seen AI produce images just as good as Nano Banana Pro. In this video, I'm going to show you a automation that you can build, and you'll be able to download and copy the JSON file and import it straight into NA10, but it uses Telegram and Nano Banana Pro to produce images for your content ideas. Let's get into it. So this is what your workflow will look like when you import the JSON file into NA10. I'll leave the file in the comments below, and all you need to do is go into your NA10, or if you haven't got an NA10 account, sign up for free. And then if you go to these three dots, once you create your workflow, you can import from file. And this is exactly what you'll see. So we've got a few things in here that's worth mentioning. There is Airtable, so you will need an Airtable account, or you can actually swap Airtable out for a Google Sheets if you find that easier. All we're doing is just storing some data, so you don't necessarily need Airtable. I just prefer it because it's easier to use what I've already got existing software and infrastructure. It's just easy for me to use Airtable. We've also got OpenRouter. So OpenRouter is our chat model, and I'll explain a little bit more about OpenRouter in a bit. And then we've also got a company called Key AI, and Key AI is going to be our image generator, and it allows us to access Nano Banana Pro for a lot cheaper than you typically would. And we've also got Telegram as well. So as you can see on the workflow, what we have got here is an initial Telegram trigger, and this is the reason I've chosen Telegram is because if, like me, you get lots of ideas in your head, it's a lot easier to message on your phone when you're out for a walk or out for a run or whatever you're doing than it is to try and note it down somewhere. And so you can very quickly send Telegram an idea, and it will then give you a result back within this workflow. So you don't actually even have to have Airtable within this. You don't have to store any of the data if you don't want to. If you literally just want to message Telegram to get an image back, then you can remove most of this. So what we've got is, like I say, we've got our Telegram, which I'll come on to. We've got our Airtable database. We've got our model that we're going to message, and we have signed up to Key AI, which is our image generation. So the first thing we want to do in this workflow, when you import it into your NA10, we want to get a Telegram account if you haven't already got one. And so the easiest way to do that is to download Telegram, and you come to the bot father, and you it will create effectively your own bot that you can message. So I've done that, and I've got Joe's content assistant, and this has a unique ID that's in the Telegram, and that is what allows the workflow to send us a message back. So we've got that. Then what we've got is we've got our Airtable database. So here we go. We just have raw idea, unique angle, image prompt, and the image URL. So it will just fill out that for us. We can expand on this as well. So if we decided actually we don't just want the raw idea, we actually want it to give us a piece of real content that we can post as well, we can add that column in there as well. But for the sake of this workflow, this is just the image generation and the unique angle to go with the content idea you've already got. And then we've got our OpenRouter model. So if you're not familiar with OpenRouter, this just this allows us to access lots of large language models at a fraction of the price. So rather than signing up for OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, and paying the monthly subscription for all of those, all we're doing is able to message these for a price that it gives us. Okay, so it's effectively we're only paying for what we use and our tokens. So that's our open. That's really easy to get. You can download OpenRouter, and you'll get your API key, and you'll be able to set that up quite quickly. And then the last one we've got is Key AI. So again, similar to kind of OpenRouter, and the way this works is that we have it's kind of like a market similar to OpenRouter, but this is just for image generation. So we've got lots of different models we can choose from for image generation, video generation, whatever you want. And then we've also got, you can see here, Nano Banana Pro, which we're going to use today. So what we want to do is let's start with the kind of showing you the end result and what this looks like when we run the workflow. So we come to our Telegram chat. Let's go. What do we want to talk about today? So let me just say content idea, or actually we don't even need to do that. We can say AI and automation skills will be obsolete within a few years, and business skills will be the key thing you need to succeed. Okay, cool. So because I'm not in production at the moment, I'm just going to execute workflow. And all this is going to do, this is just going to listen. This is listening now for our trigger. So I'm just going to do that. So here we go. And there we go. So there we go. And then we can just execute that. Oh, come on. Because I'm not in production. There we go. So there we go. So that's our workflow going. So it's received our Telegram message and it's going to run through every single node that we've configured. And the reason there's a wait node in here as well. So because Nano Banana Pro is so new and it's getting like massively overwhelmed at the moment with so many people using it, what I'm finding is in this particular workflow and with the API for Key AI, the image generator, for whatever reason, sometimes it just doesn't work. There's just a fault or an error code, and I think that's just because it's getting overwhelmed by everyone using it. But the reason we have a wait node here is because what we want to do is we want to wait every kind of couple of seconds, and you can change the wait time, and all it's doing is waiting to see when our image is processed. So we're just waiting and we're going, okay, wait 5 seconds, check again, wait 5 seconds, check again, wait 5 seconds, check again. And all that's doing is just checking. So once it's finished and once it's created, there we go. So it's got the image, and when we've created that and the result and the image URL, and we've obviously got our post. So what we can do is we can see kind of now where everything is. Cool. So we've got AI and automation. We have our image URL, and we've got our prompt as well. And we also have our link here. So what we can do is we can take this link, and there you go. It's downloaded it for us. And let's just grab it here. Oh, you can see another one we've done recently. And there we go. There's our image. So now you can obviously play around with this and change like loads of the parameters that you've got. So if you look in our messenger model, you know, I've only I haven't spent a huge amount of time kind of prompting this. But if you look at like, okay, unique content angles, Olive put in that you're a content helper and you need to expand on the raw idea to come up with a unique content angle for LinkedIn. It should be a short bullet point, not the whole post. You should only return the idea, nothing else. Now, obviously, if you wanted to expand on that, you could say, come up with the unique content angle. I am a cybersecurity founder of a business. And so you might say, okay, I only want this content to be focused towards cybersecurity and whatever else it might be. So you can just prompt that as best you can. And then we've got our Nano Banana prompt. So what this is doing is this is taking our unique angle and then it's going to create an image prompt for us. And I've just got here, the prompt should be either a hyperrealistic human image or an infographic, depending on the content type. Again, I haven't expanded on this, so you will just need to expand on that for your particular use case and exactly like what you want that to look like and the type of content that you want. And there you go. So, and then all we have is we'll get our link, and obviously if you're on your phone, you'll be able to download that image on your phone, and you'll be able to have that, and you'll be able to create your content and upload your image. And that's the best way I know how at the moment to use Telegram and Nano Banana Pro to create content for you. The next thing I want to discuss is the business use case of this. As with every video and as with the channel, you know, I want to make sure that people understand the use case for this and where you're going to get ROI and what my thoughts are on this as a workflow and as an automation. So yeah, let's get into that bit. Right, so as with everything on the channel, I think it's important to discuss the use case of this type of automation because lots of people are selling this type of thing and actually they're not going into details around, well, what types of businesses are going to use it, what are the problems you're going to come up against. And so I think that's a really important part, and I like to include this in the videos when kind of building these things. Fundamentally, this automation is kind of a bit of fun. I don't see this as a use case for kind of bigger organizations, or certainly not organizations that we typically work with, right? You know, it sounds fun and then it might work for like founders and solo people and consultants and maybe some content creators, right? But really, this type of automation is not going to be working in a big organization. Even an organization that's a marketing firm or a design studio or some sort of creative studio, the problem with this type of automation is the the data that you're sharing with the systems that you've got in place, uploading messages to Telegram, using lots of different chat models, for creating content, and where's all that information going. So really it's around the governance, and the data really is going to be the biggest issue with this. And my fellow cybersecurity contacts that might watch this will appreciate me saying that. And so really the use case is going to be for like individuals. Okay, so like individuals, solo people, and really it's for a bit of fun. Where are you going to get ROI on something like this? Okay, well, let's just say, I don't know, maybe you're a content creator and you run an Instagram channel and you want AI generated content all the time, and then maybe you might be able to generate some revenue from that Instagram channel. But really, this type of automation and workflow is really just for a bit of fun, and that's all it is. I don't see this, we don't get asked to build this for law firms and insurance companies and retail clients. This is not what they want. This is, like I say, just a little bit of fun. So look, I guess my score for this automation, let's put it around a 3 out of 10. I think this type of automation, like I say, go and have fun with it, enjoy it. Absolutely download the JSON, go and play around with it. Might help you make some, create some good content for like LinkedIn and stuff, which is always good. But is it really going to give you a good return on investment? Probably not, which is exactly why I'm not going to charge you for it. So yeah, look, it's a little bit of fun. Let me know what you think of it. Let me, know how the results work for you. And if there's anything you're struggling with, drop it in the comments, and maybe I can create another video in future around, some of the problems you're having to help you kind of solve that. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video and hope this helps.